Come on in the room. Oh, you singing another song. Taylor, turn the iPad down. Yeah. Come on over to my place. It feels so right. It feels so right. Who is Flash? Who is Flash? The Justice League.
Oh yeah, that's the group chat.
Oh my God, y'all go from one thing to another.
What? That's not hard. Y'all
No.
got this.
So what's your name?
Batman.
Hey, She. What's up, man? How you doing? How you doing? I hope you are doing well. You know, my thoughts and prayers are definitely with you and your family at this time, bro. But listen, okay, so y'all back up in here. My service went out. Taylor, calm down, please. So my service went out because they didn't have good service at the beauty supply store. So for those of you that wasn't in here in my other live like 5 minutes ago, I was ranting and raving about customer service and about how I feel like if I'm spending my Taylor, I feel like if I'm spending my money, okay, that's good, She. I feel like if I'm spending my money, like, you know, I should get good customer service. So the first beauty supply store, they didn't have the human hair that I needed. Okay, cool, bam. I bought the pre-stretch hair and all the stuff that I need to do the braids. So I go to a second beauty supply store, and the lady act like she don't even know nothing about hair. She act like she only had one alternative, which was a pack of like 4 bundles, and it was like $200. And I'm like, okay, I don't want that or whatever. So I left. I went to another beauty supply, which I tried to take y'all in there with me, but they internet service was terrible. But anyhow, so the first thing I do, I tell the lady, hey, I need some hair. I need some human hair. She said, you need curly or wavy? I'm like, this one or this one? That one, ma'am. She said, okay, what's up? What, how long you need it? I need a 22-inch, ma'am. Okay, oh, you lucky. Here go 2 of them. She then says, what's your budget? I'm like, my budget? Even though I knew what she was saying. She was like, yeah, you know, what's your budget for hair? Because this hair is pricey. Now look, y'all, I thought the hair said $39.99 or $33.99. The hair said $83 for one bundle. I was like, oh my God, no ma'am, I can't afford that. so she was like, a little alternative. She was asking me about what about synthetic hair, and I'm like, well, I'm going on a vacation, and I don't know if synthetic hair would be good because I'm gonna be in the water, and I want it to last. She said, okay, cool. So she started talking to me about all this different stuff. You know, she educated me on hair. So long story short, I tell her, okay, cool, give me them 2 bundles. Like I'm showing her the hairstyle because she like, I want to make sure that you know you ain't wasting your money. Like, how dope is that? Like, that's the kind of customer service I was looking for. You get what I'm saying? And so I show her the hairstyle. She say, okay, yeah, you know, you do need it to be this long because you probably gonna lose a little inch or so when they cut it off the track. Okay, cool. So then she ring me up. My price came up to $166, which, if you know math, $83.99 plus tax 2 times is way more than $166. I look. She say, I gave you 20% off. What? Talk about favor. Like, I tell the lady, I said, man, listen, your customer service was A1. I told her what happened to me at the previous beauty supply store, and she was like, yeah, you know, I try to do my best. She said, she was black, y'all. She said, don't get me wrong though, because I match energy. I was like, oh, okay, I get you, you know. But, you know, pretty much she was like, she was cool. And I gave her little accolades or whatever for, you know, helping me out and looking out for me, definitely with that discount, because it was well needed. And I'm El Cheapo. I don't spend money on hair like that. Like, that's why I told them, I was like, I don't get my hair done that often, like, to do something like this. So having to spend that much hair, well, I was in a wedding one time and I had to spend like $120 on some hair, but that hurt my heart. Anyways, how y'all doing? I just been ranting and raving. I haven't gave nobody a hey. Ramona, how you doing? I ain't had no time to say how y'all doing. I hope y'all doing lovely on this Thursday afternoon here. Your food ain't cheap. Hey, when it come to food, I don't care about that. I'm spending all the money on food. I love good food. When it comes to hair, like I've never been a person that spent a lot of money on hair. That's not something that I prioritize in. I don't even need to be prioritizing in food because I'm big as a house and I need to be losing some weight, so I need to cut back on all that good food. But it's so good. My son was mad because I got this shirt on, y'all. He think that somebody is going, I'm good, what you eating? I'm not eating nothing. I had a burrito from Taco Bell. But my son is mad because I have this shirt on, y'all. So out here, yeah, food is good. Out here, this logo will get you shot. I don't know about when you in Houston or in Texas or whatever, but in LA, this right here, this, it'll get you shot. Or banged on, but I'm a mom. Like, I don't see nobody banging on me. Like, I ain't out here like, thugging hard or nothing like that. So I wouldn't see why somebody would hit me up. But if they see me, they this I don't know if y'all know what this stands for out here, because they gotta involve gangs with everything, unfortunately. But if you wear this on a hat or something, they'll associate you with the Hoovers, the Hoover Crip gang. If you've seen that movie, it's some movie out there. I forgot what it's called, but I think the characters was like from Hoover or something, and they was talking about Hoover Deuce. With OG Bobby Johnson, if you know a movie I'm talking about. But yeah, I actually got this shirt from Houston on my way home. At the airport, I was like, wait a minute, I didn't get you know how tourists are. I'm like, I didn't get a memorabilia. I need a shirt. So yeah, beefcake, thank you, but I'm all right. I got God with me. I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared. But yeah, but we definitely love to eat good, y'all. We love to eat good. I didn't even get to tell y'all about that Maestro trip. So listen, Sunday, my son, he left. He went to be with his daddy or whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm laying there. I'm like, man, it's after church. I'm hungry. My baby is hungry. So I'm like, let me put her on some clothes. I know that's right. God is the best all the time. So I said, let me put my baby on some clothes, and because my son, he's experienced a lot of things in his little lifetime. Whereas my daughter, she, the pandemic hit, she haven't really got a chance to get much exposure. So I'm like, okay, cool. Let's do a mommy and daughter date. So I make reservations at Maestro's and we go. Now, I tell her, you have to behave. All that screaming and crying, like I'm imploring her not to do it. And so we get there, all is well for a minute. Next thing I know, she started tripping. She needed the internet. The internet wasn't working. I don't know. It was crazy. And so, I ordered this food. Hey, I'm not even gonna hold you. I, I had ordered a lobster tail, and the waiter, he said, yeah, that's about. He told me how many pounds it was, right? So then he whispered to me. He say, so it'll be about $160, right? So I felt challenged in that moment because it was like either I'm be like, nah, I ain't got that, so never mind, it's okay, or throw it in the bag. And as you can see from the video, I threw it in the bag. And it was quite delicious. I'm not even gonna lie. My baby ate the whole steak almost. Like I didn't even think she was gonna eat that much steak. She freaking took her hand and grabbed my steak off the plate. I was so mad. Um, and then I mean, like I said, for the most part, it was cool. Looks like if you can't beat them, join them. Wait, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? I don't know what part you commenting on. I done said so much. I'm sorry. But yeah, so I'm sitting there and I got a little drink. I got a little sidecar or whatever. The waiter comes to refill my drink, and as he tried to refill it, the drink spills on the table and kind of spill on me. So he hurry up and give me napkins, like here. So he give me another drink, and then he give us a dessert on the house. Your baby knows good food. Facts. She knows good food. So he gave us a free dessert on the house, and so it was a cake with a scoop of ice cream on top. So my baby proceeds to try to lick the. Instead of using the spoon, she go like, I was like, Taylor, you cannot do this around all these white folks. Like, I usually say, okay, give it here, then put it in the freezer with the microwave food. I don't know. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? But yeah, she tried to lick the ice cream. Hey, Cena. She tried to lick the ice cream with her tongue. So I'm like, no, you need to use a spoon, baby. Like, I feel like everybody was watching us because, granted, people was on dates. People was double dating, and I'm the only person up in there with a little baby. So I give her the spoon. She about to have a full-on fit because she don't want to eat the ice cream with a spoon. She wants to lick it like a dog. So it's like, Ebony, what do? Do you let her do it, or do you make her use the spoon and then she fall on the floor and start acting crazy? Like, it was just the hardest decision ever. Needless to say, she had ice cream all around her mouth. I had to pick and choose my battle because, man. And I had that little Hennessy sidecar, so I was already a little faded. So it was like having to deal with that too. I said, you know what? Next time, I'm going by myself. I tried to be nice and take my daughter and show her a nice time, get her out the house. And, even though that ain't something little toddlers want to do, it was something I wanted to do, but I didn't have no babysitter. So it was like, all right, let's go. But yeah, next time I'm going by myself. Shoot. Next time I'm going by myself. Yeah. How old is she? She's 4. She'll be 5 in November. So this is my dilemma with that, right? So for those of you that don't know, Taylor has partial epilepsy, which means that she has to take medication to prevent seizures. And she has had 2 so far, which is by far the scariest thing that I have to deal with as a mom, or have had to deal with. Because in that moment you feel helpless. But anyways, along with that, her neurologist said that she has an ADHD, the hyper activity. And I knew he wasn't like her daddy was looking like, oh shit, my baby ain't got that. They say every black kid got this and blah 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 blah. But as the mama, the one that's always with her, I know that my baby is really hyper and she's really active and she's different. And different is not bad. But just dealing with it, man, I'm telling you, I used to be one of them people in public, and I see kids falling out and acting crazy and stuff, and throwing tantrums and saying stuff to their parents. And I used to be like, man, they need their butt whooped. Until I had Taylor. Listen, you don't know what you would do in that instant or in that moment if you didn't have to deal with it. So it was so easy for me to be the judge outside of somebody's situation and saying what I would do in it in the case of that versus actually being in it now and trying to handle the situation. Don't get me wrong, she gets chastised, but I could get after her about something, and then 2 minutes later, she's gonna go and do the exact same thing over. So it's like, what do? Do you keep chastising? Like, I'll be trying to use all kind of different things. Sitting in the corner, taking the iPad, doing this, doing that. Like, it's a lot. I ain't gonna lie. When you got kids with like little disabilities or whatever, it is not for the faint at heart. And I don't regret anything. Everything that we go through makes us stronger. But it do get frustrating and it do get hard. Like, cause like I said, automatically people say, "Oh, you need to whip your baby. Oh, you need to do this. You need to do that." But they not the ones dealing with it 24/7. You get what I'm saying? Like, if anybody know the kid, it's their parents. You get what I'm saying? And so, let me tell y'all a situation that happened on the 4th of July. So Taylor likes to wear Crocs. She love them. Love them. Her daddy went and bought her some tennis shoes. He told me, "Hey, you need to start putting her on some tennis shoes because when she starts school, maybe that might be better for her to wear tennis shoes versus Crocs, safety reasons." So I'm like, all right, cool. I tried to put her on some tennis shoes on the 4th of July because they were red, white, and blue. Matched the outfit. It was perfect. She had a whole hour-long tantrum, and she kept kicking the shoes off because she didn't want to wear them. She kept kicking them off. She was falling on the ground. She didn't care where she fell at. I would pick her up, sit her on the couch, tell her don't move. She'd slide out the couch. Like, it was really, really frustrating. It was hot. I was sweating, and I'm like, woosah. Okay? No matter what I did, no matter how many times I might have popped her, nothing was working. Absolutely nothing was working. She threw up and she kept it in her mouth, and I'm like, "Taylor, go spit it out." She wouldn't. She was holding it. I had to pick her up, take her to go make her discard of it. Like, it was so hectic. All because she didn't want to wear tennis shoes. So when we get in the car, she exhausted by this time. She fall asleep like this, one shoe hanging off, one shoe on. So I tell my son, Rashad, go get the Crocs just in case, because where we going, I didn't have the energy to deal with that. I didn't have the energy. So as soon as we pull up to where we went, I tried to sneak the shoe on without her waking up. The moment she seen them shoes, I said, "Girl, be quiet." I took the shoes off, put the Crocs on. She was fine. So I seen the neurologist the other day, and I told him, like, "Hey, I noticed that my daughter is real particular about certain things. Like, for instance, macaroni. Crocs are comfortable though. Yeah, they are, and they easy. She can put them on and we go. I'm all for Crocs, okay. But then you got when you have to you got a co-parent. I have to take in his considerations too, right? So I'm trying to implement what he wants at the same time, and it was just a lot. So anyway, she real particular, and so like with macaroni, if my baby see black pepper in macaroni, she's not gonna eat it at all. She's not gonna eat it. What's up, chopping it up, TV? You like flip flops? Okay. Oh, you like the ones with the in the middle of your toes? Like, you like your toes? Like, okay, all right. But yeah, so certain little things like she do not like, And so when I was telling the neurologist that, he was saying that that kind of go along with the whole ADHD thing, because all of that is dealing with the brain. Epilepsy, all of this is dealing with her brain. So I be trying to take all that into consideration because I know that her brain is wired different from what a normal person's brain would be like or whatever. So he told me to pick my battles. He was like, if it wasn't a life or death situation, like, let her wear the Crocs, you know, that's where I'm at with it. I went and bought her like FOMO pair of Crocs. She got a plethora of choices at this point because I can't, I can't. Lord knows I'm trying my best. Slides chopping, you mean? Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. He talking about he wear flip flops. I'm like, which one you talking about? Like them old Navy ones that be like $2 a pair, and it got the little part, and your toe be like this apart from the rest of them, and you be flopping around like at the beach. I mean, you look like you wear some of them kind of. My kids done went in the house and everything. They done left me in the car, but you look like you wear flip flops, not flip flops, sandals. Yeah, flip flops. Okay, so you mean to say you wear Jordan slides? Okay, okay, okay. You wear them with your feet out or with socks on? Now that's the next question. Do you be having socks on or your toes be out? And if your toes be out, do you got pretty toes or are they ugly? Cause some men toes be ugly. You said heck nah. Heck nah. It's Thursday. What y'all doing? Some of y'all at work or what? I'm at work. Well, actually. Oh shoot, it's 2:15. I'm in class actually. I gotta go back to class. I don't have a link. That's StreamYard. I haven't mastered that yet. It's so much easier just to go hit the live button on YouTube and go live. But when I start doing that, I will drop links. Hey, look, let me tell y'all this funny thing that happened in class today. And then, look, I gotta go because my lunch is over at 2:30. But peep game. So I'm in class. So remember I told y'all I'm doing this school for like drug and alcohol counseling. So it's like 30 people in the class. So the teacher randomly goes around the class and he asks each person, "Oh, what does step number 2 mean?" First, you got to say the step. Then you got to explain how you would explain it to a client, if you were talking to a client. Okay. He got to this one person in my class. The boy, I don't even know what the boy looked like, all right? I've been in this class for 6 months. Every time we meet, he got a hood on and a mask on. So all you see is this. Like, he looked like a ninja. So every time my teacher say something about it, the guy would be like, "Oh, I'm trying not to catch COVID," or "Oh, it's cold in my house," or wherever he live at. I don't know. But for some reason, he don't never want to show his face. So this happens today. The teacher calls the guy. He says, "Hey, I need you to take your hood off." The boy just sits there. Well, man, I don't know. I don't know what he is because I can't see him. But he just sit there. And my teacher is telling him, like, you won't be able to sit in front of no client looking like that. So I need you to take your hood off. So wait, that ain't the killer part. So another classmate, his mic was on. So he talking mess about the dude, and we all could hear him. So the guy got the hood on, and one of the dudes in the class was like, he said to somebody, whoever was at his house or wherever he was at, he was like, "Man, look at this shit." Like, look, like he was trying to tell somebody to come look because the dude don't ever take his hood off. Now, I'm recording. I got it on. I recorded it because I knew it was going to be a whole debacle, right? So the guy takes the hood off for the first time in 6 months. My teacher going to say, "Oh, look, there he goes, everybody. Like, we get to see you." So not only is the teacher putting 20s on 10s, right? And making the boy feel embarrassed, the boy takes his hood and puts it back on. And as he's putting it back on, the teacher's like, "No, no, 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 you got to keep it off." And then the boy the guy that his microphone was still on gonna say, "This nigga a weirdo." And I'm like, "Oh my God, he just called our classmate a weirdo." And everybody heard it. So you got like 3 or 4 classmates typing in the text bar like, "Hey, your mic is on, your mic is on, your mic is on." And then he laughed, and then he went in there and was like, "My bad, thanks." I feel like he owed that man an apology. I felt so bad for the man after that. The little guy, he just looked so pitiful by the eyes because that's all I could see is his eyes. Because he had the hood on and the mask, and all you can see is his eyes. I wanted to cry for the man because I was embarrassed for him. You got the teacher, going ham on you about your hood. Then you got your classmate calling you a weirdo. Like, I didn't know it was him at first. I thought the boy that took the hood off called our teacher a weirdo. I was like, dang, did he just call the teacher a weirdo? Come to find out, I run the tape back. It was the dude under him, like one of our classmates. It's like, this nigga a weirdo. I was like, oh my God. That's why you got to make sure your mics is off. All you got to be hitting them panels and stuff. Even if you work at home and you be on Zoom calls for work, man, make sure that you hit the right buttons, because you would think that mic is off and you'll be done said something you didn't mean to say and everybody done heard you. That's treacherous, boy. Every time I walk away from my laptop, I make sure I hit the button that they can't see me walk away and they sure can't hear what's going on. Because I accidentally did have the mic on one time. Thank God I didn't say nothing. Wait a minute. Let me tell y'all. I know I said I had to go. I got 10 more minutes. I'm going to run to the laptop. My daughter had my cell phone. And for whatever the reason, I don't know how she posted something on my Instagram story. Okay? Now, I just so happened to go on there hours later. Okay? And I'm like, what the heck? Where'd that story come from? So I go click on my own story and I see a picture, a screenshot, and she done typed something. It didn't make no sense at all. Okay? And it was posted like 6 hours ago. And all I could do was say, thank you, Lord. Because listen, the screenshot was nothing but a gospel song. Like how you on Apple Music, what it looks like on Apple Music. It was a screenshot of a gospel song, all right? And I was just like, oh, thank you, Lord, because you did expose my mess. My God. She had free range to post anything in my photo album. Like, and I just thank the Lord. I thank the Lord. Oh, I thank the Lord, y'all. Whew. I thank the Lord that it was that. He chose not to expose me, because, man, can you imagine being exposed by your toddler? Like, dang, that's a whole nother level to exposure. So I said, you know what? I got to go on my photo album and clean up shop. Any screenshots of conversations between me and my friends, or between me and somebody's, and between whatever pictures done been sent or sent or received, I got to get rid of all of that, because I'll be darned if my baby exposed my personal life to the world. I just couldn't believe it. It'd be your own. It'd be the ones. But yeah, I just wanted to share that little funny story with y'all. Y'all got be careful what y'all got in y'all phones, man. Especially if you let little kids use them. You never know what might get out there, man. I'm telling you, I thank the Lord, because it could have been me. Man, the baby cheapo could have exposed me. It was, I'm telling you, whew, my God. But he didn't see fit. He protected me, y'all, and I am forever grateful. I'm grateful. But I thank y'all for coming and rocking with me. I hope y'all enjoyed the little 30 minutes we shared together. I'm about to sign on off and get on in the house and get ready for the other half of my class. But I'll be seeing y'all in these YouTube streets. Y'all continue to stay true. Y'all stay blessed. And until the next time, peace.